Now, Unisa is bringing the ultimate celebration of African sound to Pretoria this weekend for the second Unisa African Music Festival at Muckleneuk campus. And this, of course, from the indigenous roots of the mbira and marimba to high-energy Afro-fusion. This two-day showcase brings together legendary guitarist Louis Mhlanga and iconic pop pioneers Freshlyground alongside master musicians from all across Southern Africa. Well, joining us in studio to talk a little bit more about what to expect, we've got Dr Samson Diamond, Deputy Director of the Unisa Music Foundation. Dr Diamond, such a pleasure. Good to have you here on Morning Live.
Good morning, and thank you very much for having me on your show. And good morning to your viewers.
Yeah, indeed. So this is such a lovely thing, coming back for its second year. This festival really is wanting to bring in ancient indigenous instruments, bringing them, put them out into the fore, as I mentioned in the intro, just a few of them.
Yes.
And perhaps you could talk to us more about the origins and the idea behind this when it started.
Well, talking about the origins, Unisa has had a history of hosting and facilitating distinguished music examinations since 1894. So that was mainly in classical music, Western art form. And now Unisa is at an inflection point where it is putting African indigenous instruments and music to the fore. And this particular festival, the second edition, is focusing on the instrument that you mentioned, mbira, uhadi, marimba, and the djembe. And this is basically to put our heritage at the forefront, and not as a relic or as a static, but actually, so the two parts of the festival, there's a symposium where there will be workshops and a whole lot of practitioners, specialists. And then the second part of the festival is the performances, which feature the musicians you mentioned, Freshlyground and Louis Mhlanga.
Wow.
So we are basically putting contemporary and indigenous music all on one stage, showcasing African excellence.
It's an incredible thing to actually do and to preserve these sounds, because they can disappear very easily. You know, when you move into this modern contemporary world, and certainly when we at listening to music these days, and you never know if you're listening to the real thing or if you're listening to an AI-produced song.
Yes.
And then you have these magnificent instruments that this reminds me of. Actually, I went to go and watch the movie Odyssey. I'm not sure if you've seen it.
Yes, I've seen the Odyssey.
You've seen it, and what they did in the music there is they brought out these ancient Greek instruments that have not been used in centuries, and they brought them back into the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And I love the preservation of the culture there, because with these African instruments, it needs to be preserved, and we need to keep them as a part of the culture and heritage. And I imagine this is what this is all about as well.
Yes, yeah, that is part of it. You know, preservation and heritage is not only just in documentation.
Yes.
And writing,
it's,
you know, it's actually using it.
Yeah.
This is a very practical approach to it. But more importantly, what Unisa is doing is that we're developing a syllabi for examination systems where historically we've examined, you know, classical instruments. And now, for the first time, we're developing a syllabi and curricula that will have indigenous music, indigenous African instruments that can take place in examinations to be assessed from beginner all the way to licentiate and professional levels. Wow. So this affords the opportunity for indigenous African music instruments to be recognized parallel to Western art instruments.
Yeah.
But more importantly, we have you know, artists who will be coming in to demonstrate in the workshops, who will play, you know, different forms of mbira, the mbira zavadimu, mbira zavandao, and matepe, uhadi, and so forth. So and more importantly, Leanne, is that they will actually be sharing the stage with contemporary artists, such as Louis Mhlanga, who will headline our first concert, the opening concert on Friday, and Freshlyground, who will do the gala evening and closing concert on the 22nd of August.
It's so wonderful, it really is. And all of these are, I imagine, open to the public, anybody who wants to go. Is it something that people can buy tickets to and participate? I mean, even in the masterclasses, because I know it's such a mix and so many things going from what I'm hearing from you.
Well, I'm glad you asked about the workshops and the masterclasses. So there will actually be a screening of 2 films on Saturday, and those are open, free entry to the public, so 9 till 4. But the evening performances, and more importantly, to add value to the artists, those are through purchase tickets through Quicket, and the prices range from 100 rands to 250 rands.
Okay. Tell me more about the films. What are you showing?
Well, there's one film about the Queen of Mbira. Basically, it will showcase, and in fact, you know, being a Women's Month, we have quite a lot of female leads through this festival. Some of them also coming from Zimbabwe. We have Lainana Gumberashumba, who will also demonstrate the techniques of mbira. And we also have Noma Postile Niki, who will also collaborate with Louis Mhlanga in the first performance. So we are showcasing that these instruments, and particularly also through the film, that they are not a sort of historic part, but they're a living organism, and Unisa is embracing it and showcasing it and welcoming everybody to celebrate our unique cultures.
That's fantastic. I think this is an important thing. And one of the other issues that, and it's so authentic and so lovely, and so many people are just embracing it, whether it be schools or concerts or festivals, is the marimba band. And I know that that's something that you're also having, is the Totem Marimba Band.
Correct. The Totem Marimba Band, led by Mike Sibanda, will also be there. And marimba is also one of the instruments where we are developing a syllabi for music examinations. And Mike Sibanda will actually, coincidentally, also collaborate with Louis Mhlanga on Friday evening. So this is all interrelated altogether, and it really will be a spectacular.
It sounds like it. I mean, it's just so much happening. I mean, the more you're speaking, the more I'm realizing that this is certainly not one-dimensional, because besides all of that, you've also got Xhosa Uhadi vocals to West Africa meets South Africa drumming ensemble. So there's everything. Perhaps you want to talk about the vocalists and the different regional representations that will be present.
Well, so Noma Postile will also feature in terms of singing, but the vocal part, of course, now with Freshlyground having a new lead vocalist, Mbali Makoba. That's a new showcase coming from their new EP, Take Home. But what we want to also highlight is that these instruments have actually played a pivotal role in influencing Afro-pop, jazz, folk, and traditional music. So this is not a demonstration of differences, but actually a showcase of shared cultural, musical celebration.
Just as we start wrapping, you've obviously got this foundation that is doing so, it sounds like it's doing wonderful work, the Unisa Music Foundation. Perhaps you want to talk about a few things that the foundation has done and helped with. I mean, this obviously being one of the events on the calendar that you do, but in terms of the preservation of this music, the upliftment, the showcasing, what else is it that the foundation actually does?
Thank you for that, Leanne. So the Music Foundation has a plethora of activities. I serve as the Deputy Director of the Music Foundation, having joined the institution at the end of 2025. And with the different pillars, we have national and international music competitions, which range in their output. This year, we hosted the 7th International Voice Competition. And previously, so it will also be strings, it will be piano. In fact, we'll have the National Piano Competition next year. But more importantly, apart from hosting concert series, performances, the important work that we do is really in community music development, where we teach and facilitate music education, access to more than 500 learners around the Tshwane municipality in Soshanguve, Hammanskraal, and Mamelodi. And apart from that, then we play a pivotal role through the university to really showcase and demonstrate musical excellence throughout the country.
Well, listen, it sounds like you're doing an amazing job, and this, of course, is the big one that if people are wanting to get to go. So just remember, it is on Friday and Saturday. It's at the ZK Matthews Great Hall at Unisa, and you can get your tickets on Quicket. So you'll be able to get onto Quicket. You'll be able to see also the running order for the 2 days. You'd find that on Quicket as well?
Yes, yeah, okay, that's on Quicket. Thank you.
Fantastic. You'll find there, and I see that the tickets, as mentioned, range from the most expensive to 250 to 100 rand. So it's quite affordable for people that want to go. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Leon, and thank you for having me.
Fabulous weekend. So that's this weekend. If you're looking for something to do, this could be the thing. That's the Deputy Director of the Unisa Music Foundation, Dr Samson Diamond. Thank you. And that's how we close out this morning's edition of Morning Live. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, the agenda is up next. We'll see you again bright and early tomorrow morning. Take care. Bye-bye, everyone.